It's the holidays, y'all. Also, my favorite time of the year. And what better way to find that special gift for the boater, fisherman, or jet skier in your life than right here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, where there are vendors with everything from fishing lures to, of course, super yachts. So since we're at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, we decided to put together a fantastic list of gift ideas for any water sport enthusiast on your list. This is SoFlo H2O. You guys in action. I'm Olivia Rae, and today we have everything from yachts to water bikes to electric boats to make sure that the water lover in your life is very happy this holiday season. Well, if you talk to any boater, you'll find out, first of all, they really care about the ocean. And the last thing that they're going to want to do is clutter the beautiful water around them. Let's go meet Mike from CaddyCan, who has invented a great solution for handling trash on any boat. So Mike, tell me a little bit about CaddyCan and why pretty much every boater is going to want this under their tree.
Well, what CaddyCan does is it makes storing your trash very easy and simple. And it also keeps the trash out of the water and keeps the boat clean. So at the end of the day, cleaning up your boat makes it fast and simple. So CaddyCan Velcros anywhere on the boat, in any boat. So then you just slide your trash, and when you get home, your trash is done. You just take this out and discard it and dump it. Then they all collapse, so it's for easy storage. So it's always on the boat, it's never left behind. We have it in 3 different sizes: CaddyCan Junior, a CaddyCan Standard, and a CaddyCan XL. It makes it easy on the boat, keeps our boat clean, makes it easy at the end of the day, and it makes your cleanup real quick.
Perfect. Just one of the many things that you can see here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. So thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you, guys.
Have you ever been out of the water and maybe forgot to bring a hat or sunscreen? Well, if you have, you're really going to want to ask Santa for the Seba shade. Well, we all know that one of the things that's in really short supply when you're out on the water is shade. And thankfully, we have Sebastian here that has Seba shade. So talk a little bit about, what you guys invented.
So we wanted to find a shade that could cover the boat, and that shade is very difficult to get out there. So Seba shade is basically a 96 square foot shade that you can place anywhere on the boat. You can put it off the boat, over the boat, and cover the front, the back. It's inflatable, packs down to a backpack, and blows up in about a minute. Very easy to place anywhere, light as air. That's really what it is.
It's really easily accessible, so I can just take my backpack anywhere and put it wherever I need it.
Yes, you can. There's no hardware and there's no sticks and no nothing that needs but what you have in the back.
Okay, perfect. And so this is one of the examples right behind us, correct?
Yes. So this is actually one of the examples. It's placed on a T-top, and you can go underway with it up to 35 miles safely.
Perfect. Well, it may not look like it will fit under your tree, but once it's in the backpack, it definitely will. The Fort Lauderdale Boat Show is really one of the best places to go if you want to buy a new boat. But did you also know that you can find almost every water toy under the sun? We're about to go see a lot of them. Starting with the Schiller bike. Now we are here at the Nautical Ventures exhibit right here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, and they basically have everything you need, from this water bike to paddle boards and sea bobs and really everything in between. So now I'm going to go catch up with the CEO, Roger Moore, to, tell me a little bit more. Well, we are here with the man, the myth, and the legend at Nautical Ventures, Roger Moore. Now, you guys have a lot when it comes to anything and everything to do on the water.
We have tried to assemble all the newest and the best fun water toys. Our business has been boat brokerage, but anyone that's got a boat is always looking for toys. So we've developed a store with all the toys. What's really fun is we are a one-stop shop. And we don't say we sell any water sports toys or anything. We sell fun. That's our whole motto.
As long as you're having a good time on the water, it's probably from Nautical Ventures.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, the Schiller bike is one that I just got off of. It's a great time to be on the water. So talk a little bit about maybe some of the toys that a lot of people wouldn't think to get or maybe even try out.
Well, the shoulder bike is really an interesting one because it's very easy for anyone to ride. It's stable, it's fun, you can get your exercise, you can cruise around, and it's got a drink holder so you can have a beer or an iced tea, anything you want.
Crack open a cold one with the bros. enjoy riding around.
And then we go with some of the more, I would call it radical and almost addictive products like the flight board, which is this electric foiling board that rises up out of the water on a foil and goes from 30 miles an hour or so. Hand trigger that you can control the speed, and of course you rise up above the water so you're not feeling the movement of the water, and you're just gliding across the water. It's magic. And then we've got the Sea Bobs, which are the underwater scooters, also above water. Right next to us is the Hobie Eclipse, which is another way of getting exercise that's easy and fun and on the water.
Yes. And then what are we on right now?
This is a Live Water Sports, and it's a very unusual paddleboard. It's extremely stable. It's a catamaran, so there are two hulls if you look beneath. So you can do yoga on this. Quite often we've had girls demonstrating here doing yoga on it. So you can fish. You see there's a fishing pole. So it's not unstable and you're not going to fall off. It's quite stable.
I have to say I did take a paddleboard out into the ocean and the waves were just knocking me over. So this is probably something that I would need next.
This is quite stable and versatile because you can put a cooler on it. You can put your dog on here, take your dog for a paddle. So it's really a hoot.
Okay, perfect. And so for people that are down in South Florida, they're already probably shopping for the holidays. You guys have a lot of locations. So talk a little bit about some of the places and where they can find out more about y'all.
Okay, well, we're in central Fort Lauderdale. Actually, the prior BMW location, which most people know, we've been in there for a couple of years. So it's right on US 1 in the center of Fort Lauderdale. We're in North Palm Beach. Also just opened a store in Stewart. And for other people on the West Coast, we're in Sarasota and Tampa. So all of our toys and all of our boat lines most of them are all represented in each one of the stores.
Okay, perfect. And you talked about you've sailed all over. You know everything that has to do with water. So if people are wanting to trust a good place to go and get their water toys, why should they trust Nautical Ventures?
Well, we've done something a little special. One of the things we say is Nautical Ventures sells everything. That's one of the good things. One of the bad things quite often is you sell everything, no one knows about it. But in our case, the water sports department, everyone here is passionate about water sports. So some people get toys and then want a boat. Some people have a boat, more of them want toys.
Either way, you're always going to get what you need.
Synergism at its best.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. Honestly, you guys have everything that you have to offer. So it's a one-stop shop for Christmas or the holidays.
Amen.
We are just getting started at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. So still to come on SoFlo H2O, why you should get your second boat first. We chat with the president of the show and one of the biggest and I have to say most luxurious water toys you've ever seen. Welcome back to SoFlo H2O, y'all. I am Olivia Rae. Now, if boats are a little bit out of your price range this Christmas, don't worry. Yamaha has some beautiful personal watercrafts for you guys. I am here with Gus from Riva Sports out of Pompano. Now, Gus, tell us about this beauty right here.
Sure, Olivia. So this is the 2023 GP 1800 HO. This is part of the GP line for Yamaha. It is their performance line. With a soft chine on the outside, this thing is really built to hit the turns as quickly as possible. But being that it's not supercharged, it's still fuel efficient, so you can have a ton of time on the water and enjoy yourself out there. With a sound system, tons of storage, it's a great all-around ski for you and for the family.
So I can just pack a cooler and hop on this thing and go out for quite a while.
Absolutely. You can pack a cooler, you can bring a tube with you and go tubing. You can even bring your snorkel gear if it's small enough to fit inside the storage.
Okay, amazing. There you go. That's what we like to hear. You can do all different activities with this, so you can just take it out and enjoy it. Now, this is just one of the mini ones that you guys have, so talk a little bit about some of the other, brands or different qualities that they have.
Sure, absolutely. So in the Yamaha line this year, we're presenting anything from the smaller Jet Blaster all the way to the big FX Limited at the end. and they're going to vary in size, storage capacity, and most importantly, because I know South Florida cares about it, power. So we have skis from 110 horsepower to over 250 horsepower here at the show, and all very reasonably priced and financeable as well.
So if this is my first time going out and getting a personal watercraft, how do I know kind of what to get?
Oh, well, that's a good question. So the best way to find the best watercraft for you and what your needs are is talking to a specialist, someone like me or one of the other trained staff at Riva Motorsports, where we can show you all the different power levels and ask you about where you intend to ride and how you want to ride. And that'll give us a good idea of how to recommend to you the best fit for your needs.
Okay, so I can ensure that I'm in good hands if I come and I do talk to somebody about what I'm getting.
So at Riva Motorsports, all of our employees ride the skis. Some of us have crashed the skis, but we're all trained. We've all ridden everything here. We demo everything as dealers, so we have a good grasp, a real tangible grasp on how these things will affect you and how you can ride them safely.
Well, that definitely can give you guys some peace of mind knowing that you guys are in good hands and are able to pick out what you want, especially for a Christmas gift. So if I am wanting to do that, where can I find more information about you?
You can find more information about us at rivamotorsports.com or visit our store on Sample and Dixie Road in Pompano Beach.
All right, well, this definitely could be a good gift. Might not be able to fit under the Christmas tree, but who knows? You're going to want to ride it out one day.
You're going to need a bigger tree.
Well, the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show is finally back on the water, and it's a pretty amazing experience. So to find out a little bit more about what it takes to put together this huge event, let's go meet the president of the show.
It's a huge effort, and we started at September. We launched 8 miles of floating dock, and there's probably 20 miles of wire. So it's a big operation, thousands of truckloads of equipment to start setting the show up. This year we have around 700 in water, and there's probably 200 or 300 on land, and then there's even more in the convention center, like a couple of hundred boats. This year we're very fortunate because travel restrictions are lifted, so we've got all of our European exhibitors back and exhibitors from around the world, so they can travel to the show and explain all the product to all the attendees that want to come. The fact that the exhibitors sell a lot of boats here, and that's, the show has an economic impact on the community. Of last year it was $1.7 billion, so it's a huge economic driver for the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County. The fact there's so many marinas on, it's a 6-site show or a 7-site show, depending on, Los Olos Marina is out of action at the moment, but that'll be back next year and we'll add that back to the portfolio. But it's the number of marinas, the convention center being close, and obviously Bahia. You'll never see a selection of boats like this anyplace else, and we've got stuff at the convention center for, fishing clinics, kids fishing clinics. There's a lot to do in the convention center for families this weekend. We're doing a discount ticket on Sunday for families, and then we've got an incredible array of super yachts like the one we're on now.
It's time for the main event and what you've all been waiting for, boats. So when SoFlo H2O returns, we'll show you our favorite center consoles, give you some advice on buying your first boat, and later board a water toy that you really have to see to believe. Well, y'all, it's time to get to the main event, and obviously that's boats. Now, there are literally hundreds of beautiful boats here, but there was one in particular, the Sea Hunt Ultra 255 SE, that stood out to us. So let's go meet Robbie and find out more. Well, welcome back to SoFlo H2O, y'all. I am Olivia Rae, and we're here with Robbie at the Sea Hunt exhibit in the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. So thanks so much for letting us come out and talk to y'all.
Absolutely. Love to be with you.
Exactly. And you guys have some beautiful boats over here. Obviously, this one, the Ultra 255 that we've been talking about, but talk a little bit about, what these boats have to offer.
Well, all of our boats are so family usable. We put back seats in most of our boats. That's the Ultra series. The 255 is just that medium boat. So you're not buying the smallest boat, you're not buying the largest boat, but you're kind of going ahead and knocking out that boat at the right size at the right time.
All right, and kind of like what you were saying is you guys do have those different sizes for maybe people that are wanting to start out, but you always say maybe go for that second boat.
Right.
And why is that? What are some of, the things that you're going to get if you do get a bigger boat like this?
Well, the story is the bigger the boat, the better the ride. The wider the boat, the more stability in the boat. So if you can skip starting at the smallest and working your way up, you'll save a lot of money over time.
Okay, perfect. And so we are going to touch, because we're going to show everyone kind of what some of these boats have to offer. So maybe this boat over here, what is a small smaller boat like this going to have to offer someone that's starting out?
Well, all of our boats are going to kind of give you the same seating options. So we'll have a full rear bench seat, and then we have the full lounges in the front. So it takes care of the kids, takes care of mom. Everybody's comfortable in the boat.
Okay. And this is a center console, so this is maybe a good boat, especially, you know, for fishing. So this is something that everyone would want to start with. Now, if you are moving on to the bigger boat, what is that going to have that's different from the smaller one?
Well, once you move into our 255, you gain a full head, which is great for the kids, great for mom. You don't have to jump in the water, so to speak, but you gain a lot of width on the boat, which gives you a lot of balance, a lot of safety features. You start to get into windlass, you know, self-anchoring boats and that kind of thing. So it's once you move up, size is everything in a boat.
Is there anything that you guys have bigger than this, or is this where it stops?
We do. We go all the way to 30 feet, which we have right behind us.
Okay, perfect. So it's always a nice little way to start maybe smaller, move up as you kind of get through it.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, being at the boat show here, what has been so nice about being able to showcase all this, especially ahead of the holidays?
Well, you know, this is a big show for us. This kind of lets us know what we get ready for the year. If you buy a boat right now and you custom build it, we're into February to March for delivery times. So right now is the time to buy. It's time to come out, put your deposit down, and get one in the queue for the summer.
Okay, perfect. And specifically for these types of boats that you guys have, why should I come out and, you know, maybe purchase from y'all?
Well, we're the #1 selling boat in the country as far as center consoles are concerned. We build and register more boats than anybody in the country. We're our 18th year of that. So if you want to buy the best, get the best deal, come out and see us here.
All right, there you go. That's how you do it. And if people do want to find out more information to get in contact with you, where can they go?
Absolutely. Go to our website, which is seahuntboats.com, and look us up. You can go to your dealer locator, and it'll get you a dealer closest to you.
Perfect. Amazing. You know, with the holidays coming up, if you're wanting a boat, it's definitely a good place to come and stop by. Ahoy, y'all! Let's see if you can figure out what's next on SoFlo H2O as we talk to Captain William about some water toys.
Yeah, here on the main deck, we call it the boat deck. We store a 25-foot rib. We also have our 2 jet skis here. We have the flight boards, which are the foiling boards. We have 4 paddle boards, 2 hobby mirages. We have the electric bikes, and a giant pool that comes out of the back of the vessel, and also a large slide that comes off one of the upper decks.
So a large slide from one of the upper decks? Okay, I think I'm starting to figure out what he's talking about.
So we did a transformative rebuild of the vessel. It took us 2 years. Over the upper decks especially has allowed us to add a number of new spaces, including a very large sky lounge on the sun deck, and amazing spaces on the owner's deck as well. So you'll see lots of amazing different spaces as we go around the boat. The new sky lounge is definitely a favourite. The space up there and the views, it's a fantastic space. Yeah. We offer a very high level of service. We have 24 crew members on board, so up to 12 charter guests, they can expect an extremely high standard of service, and excellent amenities on board. Charter the boat in the Mediterranean or in the Caribbean, and so yeah, really fantastic.
Okay, I think 24 crew members is all the hint you need. Now coming up is the ultimate Christmas, birthday, and anniversary gift rolled into one. The Superyacht Coral Ocean is 248 feet of ultra luxury on the high seas. So get ready to see how the other half lives when SoFlo H2O returns. So you're trying to decide between a Ferrari and a Lamborghini as a special Christmas gift. Well, if you are on that level, then let me introduce you to Superyacht Village. And welcome back to SoFlo H2O. Right now we are on the Coral Ocean, which is basically 240 feet of luxury. I obviously dressed for the occasion, so let's go meet the captain.
So yeah, it was a transformative rebuild of the boat that took over, took 2 years. Fantastic design by H2 Design. We added the Sky Lounge, a very big space on the sun deck, a new pool, a new dining deck on the owner's deck, exterior dining deck, as well as a number of other layout changes, a full interior refit. So there's not a panel on this boat that's existing from before the refit. All new teak decks and all new paint job. So
guests are coming on to basically a brand new boat.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if I am a guest on here, what does a day in my life look like if I'm enjoying just setting sail on here with you guys?
So typically, if we've got a distance to cover, we'll do that overnight. So often you wake up in a new anchorage, open the windows and look out into a pristine Caribbean anchorage, let's say. And then during the day, all the water sports are available. We have a very large chase boat, a 38-foot chase boat. We can take on day trips. We've got all the water sports toys. We can just relax on board or go explore ashore.
And something you touched on earlier is if you are coming on the ship, you guys are in really good hands with the crew and the team that you guys have.
Yeah, so we run with 24 crew members, so obviously it's a very high service level. We've got 9 stewardesses on the interior. We have a resident spa, massage stewardess. We have obviously a big engineering team and 3 chefs in the galley, so the food is absolutely top notch.
You're selling it for me. This is definitely one of those things that you want to look for. We have been talking about the holidays, and if you want to set sail and you want to enjoy something like this, Coral Ocean is definitely the place to go for that.
So we're available through the platform ahoyclub.com. And you can find all the details of the charter rates and the availability right there.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much. We're gonna go see more of it, but the ship is amazing.
Thank you.
Now, before we go, we thought it would be great to let you know some of the prices of the items you saw today and how to get them. Now, the Caddy Can is up first. Caddy Can offers boaters a simple and convenient way to remove, conceal, and secure waste of any kind. Its heavy-duty, water-resistant liner is easily removable, washable, and reusable, and it starts at just $45, which is available on Amazon right now. Next up is the Sebashade. Now, if you've ever been out on the water, you know that after a little while, a little shade can make all the difference. Sebashade is a fully inflatable 100 square inch shade canopy that sets up in just minutes and can even be left on at up to 35 miles an hour. Sebashade is available at their website and costs $1,500. Nautical Ventures had a lot of great toys to make anyone's Christmas day a little more special, starting with the Schiller water bike. Now, I only rode it in the pool, but I had a lot of fun and really can't wait to try it out on the lake or maybe even in the bay. Schiller water bikes start at $4,995, and you can go ahead and get one at Nautical Ventures. The Sea Bob is another fun water toy that gives us a little James Bond feeling as we glide around, under, and on the water. Prices for that start at $9,980. And another one of my favorites, the Flightboard. Who needs waves to surf when you can crank up the electric motor and get to flying on the water? I just hope you were very good this year, because Santa will need around $13,000 for the entry-level board. And finally, since we know you've all been trying to guess, a week on the Coral Ocean is going to be for those boys and girls who were not only exceptionally good all year, but also did really well investing, because you're going to need a good $800,000 burning a hole in your pocket to set sail. But don't worry, because next time on SoFlo H2O, we're going to show you how a local event company is making it possible to have a great time on a yacht with your family and friends, and for a much more down-to-earth number. Thank you guys all for watching SoFlo H2O. Definitely hope you were able to check off some of those items on your Christmas list. Now, just remember, if you want to have fun in South Florida, just add water. For right now, I'm going to enjoy the beautiful Coral Ocean, maybe grab a drink with Captain Will, and we'll see you next time.